Is it to build a positive life? So, welcome back, G. Welcome back. How does it feel to be on here? I know we said that we was going to commit to doing this every uh every Saturday, but unfortunately, due to you having MMA and now you're actually teaching MMA, you're doing some classes MMA. So I know it's gonna be a little difficult to do it on Saturday. So we might have to switch up the times in the day. So I think it'll probably be more productive if we do it on a Sunday. Let's see how let's see how it works on Sunday, and let's see how often we get views, and let's see what everyone feels and say, and then we'll go from there. So how you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. How about you?
I can't call it. I definitely feel extremely blessed, and I look forward to these talks. And today we doing a little different. Normally we are outside on the port, and we know we're having this conversation.
We're
But
still here. It's just cold.
yeah, it's extremely cold, so we decided to do things a little different today and do it from inside a car where it'll be a little warmer, whatever the case may be. But yeah, let's get to it. Let's get to our weekly conversation and where we have our father and daughter. Um, what would we call this? Like, I don't want to call it bonding time.
No, because it's not. We have bonding time all the time. So, like,
I would call this more like
catch up.
no. I feel like this is like one of those things you'll be able to um like almost like a diary type of situation where it's like one day when not here you can always go back and look at these videos and maybe throughout the years of us making these videos we're dropping some gems, and if we're no longer here and you feel like you want to refresh or like kind of go back, you can always watch these videos, and not only that but you get to see from where we came from and how far we have gone, and I think that's pretty dope. So let's get to it, man. I know that I know I spoke to you earlier this week about creating different like a list of things we wanted to talk about. But today, I just feel like, you know, I want to ask you for your experience, and you've been living here in Philadelphia with me for almost a full year now, right? You've been here with me for almost a full year.
Hmm.
So I see. So I was, and we back to where I grew up at from. So basically, the most beautiful thing about this is that you know when once you came back from Virginia and you moved to Philadelphia with me, and we would decide to go back to our old original home that my dad had left for us. Um, how has your experience been since you've been living there? Like I mean, obviously we know we talked before about comparing to different places and whatever the case may be. But how do you feel? Like how's it been like between school? Now you want to tell people how you decided to go virtual and why?
Um, I decided to go virtual because, well, I'm gonna go cyber, and it's pretty much school. You still go there all days a week, and I feel like I just need a better chance of learning and more. I just need something to enhance my abilities because the school I am at, well, the school I was in, I mean, the teachers were great, but the actual subjects we were learning, it wasn't the best. And I just need something to like boost it pretty much. And since I've been here with my dad, it's been really good.
Now let me ask you a question. Do you feel like that going virtual is gonna give you more opportunities?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think one of the biggest opportunity that going virtual, like as a father, this is something that I've always wanted my daughter to go virtual because when I was growing up, we didn't even have that option. It wasn't an option to be able to go virtual. Like you went to your neighborhood school, and if you got lucky enough, you was able to, you know, uh, you was lucky enough to get draft what was it, like the lottery pick, you was able to get lottery pick and to go into one of your um, schools that you might have selected outside your neighborhood. Well, for those that are not in the Philadelphia area, this is pretty much how Philadelphia works. So now that now that 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 you was able to go to school, now that you're able to now that you're able to go virtual, and that's the direction you're going. Some of the opportunities that I feel like you're going to have is as soon as you're done doing school, you'll be able to go right into start working on your company. And I feel like one of the things I can honestly say that as now that I'm 42 years old and restructuring my life over again, for those that don't know, and you're discovering for the first time, if you watch some of my older videos, you'll be able to catch up on what has been going on in my personal life. If you care, if you don't care, that's fine too. But yeah, because some people just don't care, and that's fine too. But one of the thing is that this opportunity is going to open you up to being able to focus on your company and focus on the things that you want to do. You know, I feel like I definitely feel I'm a strong believer that a lot of times kids don't get to have the opportunity to do the things they want because they focus so much on school. They go to school, they do 8 hours, they wake up early, and reality is that as you get older, with everything going on in life, I feel like you should focus on things that you love. That's
Yeah.
like a big key for me. Like especially you going into the season that we're going into, is like I want you to be able to focus 100% on you know what direction we go in life, and you know if you want to tell people a little bit more about what kind of company you're starting or what you're doing as far as with you and King.
Um, I am doing a shirt business and clothing.
Oh, sure, you mean a T-shirt? Well, not
Oh,
necessarily.
yeah, I said clothing.
Well, I think I was doing more like custom prints.
Okay, so basically we customize and we okay, so it's called KNG Incorporated Customized Prints. So what that is basically where
Might talk to the microphone.
so what that is basically where we're going to be making our own shirts and we're going to be putting that online. And if anyone wants a customized shirt or like wants a customized cup, we do cups, and stuff like that, customized things pretty much. Then you could always email us or see like that. Like we customize too, pretty much. Like we um
See, I feel like this, being able to go live and be able to work when you pitch, this is one of those things that's going to help you get comfortable to be able to express yourself and express what exactly it is that you're trying to build. You know, um, I'm a strong believer that this is something I have told my daughter she should get into. I don't know. Maybe put in the comments. She's in the comments, responding back, and um, so if you put something in the comments, she definitely gonna respond to you on there. But yeah. So my daughter does MMA. She's been doing MMA for a while now, and she has gotten to a point where now she's starting to uh start teaching little kids at the dojo she goes to. She does judo. She does what's everything you do? You do BJJ,
I do judo, jujitsu. I some days we do boxing.
hmm
I also
gun training,
gun training, combat class.
combat class with gun
Um,
training, knife training.
yeah, how to get out of scenarios. We talk a lot about how like what to do in different scenarios. We have a lot of conversations with our coaches, and I feel like that's good because you want to build that connection,
Yeah.
especially with somebody seeing it every other day.
Now one thing I will honestly say, since you've been doing more combat sports and everything like that, and wrestling and everything, do you feel like you have um what would I call it? Do you feel more comfortable being in Philadelphia, or do you still feel the same way?
I I didn't feel it's like more of like it's a different place and it's a different vibe in Philadelphia
Hmm.
than everywhere I've been in, and it's like different ways you have to like not necessarily fit in, but it's different ways people act here. That's very different, and just because I feel like I know how to fight enough or defend myself doesn't mean I'm all like big, tough, and scary. Like it
Hmm.
just means like if I'm in that scenario, it's a sailboat there.
Oh wow, that's cool. Let me see
I
if I can.
never seen a sailboat here.
Me neither. Let me see.
Isn't
Can you see that?
it's
That's a cool little sub.
zoom?
Oh, zoom in. Yeah, that's cool. That's actually my first time actually seeing that.
That's really
And the cool thing about it is because it's so windy out here. It's like the perfect time to go
it's
sailing.
zooming.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, ain't it?
Yeah, I never seen a sailboat.
That's pretty cool.
You should have it.
Hmm. Yeah, so I'm a strong believer that my daughter should get into recording because right now she posts her poems as an outlet to be able to tell people how she feels. And I think that as a parent, if you have younger kids or grandkids, I think it's important that you give them an outlet. It doesn't always have to be a combat sport, even though I feel like combat.
It definitely does help though. It doesn't mean you have to go in there being angry and upset. It just could also release some stress you had like without knowing you had it. And like it gives you something to punch at too.
Yeah, I guess sure. I told her, so King is a friend of hers that also he been training since what? Since he was like three,
Five.
five, six, maybe 6, 7. That's his favorite line.
That
Just
is his
that's
favorite
his
line.
favorite line. 6, 7. That kid's crazy. But I actually enjoy being around him. But I say they should make a YouTube channel where they put out their content of um doing Miss Martial Arts, everything they have learned, um,
Just like we have
conversation.
now,
Hmm.
us sparring because we meet up like a lot of times in a week, so we should like
Be,
post it.
yep, be able to have enough content to put out there. So, all right. So now let's get to the gritty of things. You know, how do you like? I know that within the next couple of days, to the grace of God, I've been able to get a new job offering. So right now it's a part time job, which I'm super excited to be able to get it, especially in this season of my life as we downsize and getting ready to rent our house out and moving back to my mom's house temporary. I know you don't mind moving back to my mom's house, to your grandma's house. I know you don't mind because we're having we're working toward the bigger goal, and as the bigger goal is to be able to move back to Florida and be able to I don't know, like be able to continue to get in the boating industry and continue to grow the boating industry for us. How do you feel about everything as far as like, okay, downsizing, even though you don't care about the fact that we're downsizing, but how do you feel the fact that, I'll be working so you have less time with me now?
I feel like since we're working for something bigger, it's all gonna benefit. And since it's gonna benefit, that means once we're done, like once we achieve what we want to achieve, we're gonna have all the time together until.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah, that's true. And that's very true because,
But for right now, it's just more of like if we want to see each other or like still have our time together or still like be able to do certain things, we still have to grind to do those certain things.
yeah.
So we have to get things done so we're able to go to the movies, able to go do fun stuff like we used to.
Now, I know someone in my last video, I seen somebody had commented underneath there, and they had said something along the line like, you're advertising towards um being had with hold up, he said some that person said something along the line of your advertising towards like people being owning nothing, being broke, and being happy. Now, my thing is this. Um, I'm a strong believer that you can be working your butt off. You can be working two jobs, and you can be grinding and still not be happy and still be broke. You know,
and
and,
still not be in the situation you want to be in.
and be in. So my thing is, if we're in a season right now where the world is so much going on in this world, not even positive, so much negative going on in this world. There's so many people getting laid off, so many different things are happening. Gas prices at an all time high. At an all time high, everything is at extremely high, where everyone is feeling the pressure, financially feeling the pressure, whether that's from going food shopping versus putting gas in your car or whatever the case is. Right. My thing is like, why not? Why not downsize to the point where maybe if you have a big family, maybe you work on maybe everybody comes together and get one big house where maybe everybody splitting the cost, and maybe that helps you like be able to get you to the next level wherever it is you want to do. Because at the end of the day, like if you continue to work, just to sustain what you already have and continue to put into the system, like how is that going to help you personally? Like one day you're gonna wake up, you're not gonna be here. So do you want to look back and say, "Dang, I worked my whole entire life and just to have these material things," or do you want to say, "Hey, you know what? I worked towards goals that I wanted, towards things that I wanted to have, and I got to experience so much out of life. I got to spend so much time with my family, my kids. I got to travel. And maybe traveling is not a thing for everyone. Maybe not everybody wants to travel, but I'm not saying like travel across like into another country. Well, you gonna start yawning my video.
I'm not yelling because
Well, I'm about you just threw me off. Look, that's sometimes this what your kids sometimes will do. You know what I mean? They'll stay up all night and then they want to be yawning your video. Be tired. Well, don't be yawning my video. You yawn, it's gonna make everybody feel like they gonna be yawning too. Like, shoot, we about to be fighting. But anyway, so he threw me off. Yeah, like, but yeah, I truly recommend that. You should definitely start working towards the goals and dreams you want. And this is something I'm telling you too. Like don't wait till you're 18, 19 to try to figure out life. Right now you're 15 and you know what you want out of life. Well, you don't know what you want out of life because you're too young to know what you want out of life. But what you do know is what you want. What you want now. Like as far as what you want now. What your next 5 years you want it to look like. We can agree with that, right?
Mhm.
So my thing is, while you working on you building your company and building everything, you should also start, focusing on like, all right, I want to do these cool things in my life. What it's going to take to plan to get to do those little things. And yeah, you're gonna need money for sure. You're gonna need money. But let me ask you a question: do you rather have a 2026 car like a Mercedes Benz, or do you rather be able to say, hey, I went to I had the opportunity to go to California, Seattle,
Go to France.
go to France. You know what I mean?
I've
Even
been wanting to go to France since I was young.
yeah, that's fast.
I've been wanting to see the Eiffel Tower since
One
I was like how old?
oh yeah, so as long as I can remember, like 6 or 7,
Yo,
6, 7 maybe. Like I'm not sure.
if my friend Kenny was here, the whole time, every time you'll hear him say 6, 7.
But yeah, man. Like so, I know we're definitely working towards moving to Florida. Of that's the whole purpose of me picking up this particular job because it allowed me after 6 months of being there to be able to transfer into a facility in New York or not New York, Florida. So I'll be working for FedEx. So wish me luck, man. Wish me luck. Wish me luck because I'm gonna need all the luck that I can get. So I'll be working at the warehouse and For those that don't know, like working at the warehouse, like they say it's like a really fast paced, moving, constantly, just doing what they gotta do. So my biggest fear is being at my age, being 42. Can I keep up with the younger guys? So only time will tell if I'm able to keep up or not. So is there anything you want to say, G?
Um, no, but I want to thank everybody for joining and commenting in the live, and we appreciate all the support.
Yeah, we definitely do.
If y'all have any questions, just take it up.
Yeah, type it up. Let's bust it up. Let's have a conversation. Hmm? Oh wow, let me flip this camera around. Look at this one. See, I love. Oh, that's me. I love coming out here. I definitely love coming out here and looking at these beautiful boats. And because at the end of the day, that's always been my dream to be able to own a boat and be able to do charters.
I can't believe it was a sailboat out here. That's the first time.
That's the first time I ever seen. That's the first time. As many times I've been out here, I never seen a sailboat out here.
That sounds like much.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind working at one of those tugboats. But that's a tugboat. But I love coming out here. We don't have a lot of places in Philadelphia that you can come out and just kind of chill and just be out here near the
Especially
port
to see boats.
and see boats. Yeah, that's true. That's so true. So today we're not gonna be on here too long. We don't because we have a few things to that we want to do, and like I said, like we'll stay on here for a few minutes if anybody wanna let us know where you're competent from, where you're from. Um,
Yeah, we gotta see how far we get it.
let's see how far. Let's see how far we was able to reach out today. You know what I mean? Like no, last time we was able to get someone from Germany. Was it Germany or
It was.
Australia? No, it was Australia.
Yeah.
So last time somebody reached out to us from
And one of them
Australia.
had a they said it's France name.
Yeah, they're from France. They were from France. So let's see how far we reached out, man. Put in the comment where you're from. Like Gianna said, like Gigi said, we definitely appreciate all the support. If you can share this video with someone that can help us grow, someone that if anybody knows anybody that has any opening in Florida for a deck camp, in a few months, my goal is to be able to go down there and continue to move forward towards my goals, and that's getting into the boat industry, whether that's renting a boat, renting out boats, whether that's renting out jet skis, um, or even being able to get my captain license and be able to charter out. So we definitely appreciate all the support and love. We're about to get off the live, and I hope you enjoyed. I hope everyone enjoyed the beautiful Sunday and enjoy this beautiful weekend that just passed. I'm not sure where you may be, but where we at is a little cold. But I hope you all find yourself surrounded by love and family, and it's nothing in the world like to be surrounded by the people you love, the people that support you, people that care about you. So we definitely want to go that way. And next week for those we're gonna do something a little different next week. We're gonna start off by you choosing a scripture from the Bible and reading it. You know, if anybody on Sunday, cause we gonna have to start doing it on Sunday due to like I said, like we said a little earlier, Gigi does like MMA, she does combat class, gun training, everything like that. So it's a little bit difficult to do it on Saturdays, especially now that she gonna be training, working with younger kids and teaching them how to. You're not on the weekends. You're not teaching them gun training. You're just teaching them more. Um,
Well, last time we did boxing, and I think they do a lot of judo though.
there's a lot you don't. So
I
you
think they did boxing that day because we were gonna do boxing.
got you. So definitely, if you have any younger kids, if you have any younger kids, um, that that wants to follow Gianna and King. King will be on. They're working on creating a YouTube channel. Where
Well, we're gonna start. Oh, also, if y'all have any names, make sure you drop them in the comments of what our channel should be called, because we're going to we're still figuring out how to set it up and all that. We're still talking about it.
Yeah. So don't just be talking about it. Be about it. You know. That's the only way you get to where gotta get to. So if you have any kids that are interested in just kind of learning and just asking questions, like I said, King has been doing MMA, combat,
He's gonna
gun
try to
training.
get his brown belt in 7 months. And I'm
Yeah,
gonna try to get my green belt. Well, see, I don't know what belt I'm gonna get yet, but that's up to my coach. But I'm aiming for my green belt.
in her Gianna last competition, you came in what place? You came in your last competition? Second. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was my first competition.
That was her first competition, and she went up against someone that
That's
was
been doing it for a while.
way longer, and she wasn't she like 30 pounds heavier than you.
And she was a blue belt, right?
Yeah, she was blue belt. So you know, I think that
I'm a yellow belt right now, y'all.
yeah. So
Worked
even
really hard for it.
yeah, so we already spoke to the coach. So he's gonna allow us to record some of their sessions while they training. So if y'all interested in having to be in the Philadelphia area, the gym Gianna goes to is called Undisputed MMA.
Make sure you call. His number is 267 623 and 6444 or something. I don't know. I'll put the link. I'll put his number in the description.
Yeah, you should probably definitely do that.
Because I have his number.
Yeah, put it in the description. She gonna put the information in the description or in the chat. She just put it in the chat. Just pull it up real quick. Go in the chat and put his information. Coach Sion Smith, man, this is one of the best. One of the best coach we have come across. If
Yeah,
you
I had it right.
say one,
267 623 6444.
but put it in the chat, right in the chat, so people can call and if you do reach out to him, let him know that Gianna Gigi put give you the information, and he'll definitely take care of you, look out for you, wherever the case may be. So yeah, man, like I said, we about to jump off. I can honestly say we have had a great this I love our chats. I love our chats any regardless whether we on live or not. And I know there's times that we are able to go deeper into our chat, like when we have our moments where we're just us two. And I want to be able to. My whole purpose on a weekend is not just to talk about my goals and dreams of becoming a boat captain and starting over at my age, and just but more about like being real with being a single father. There's something I can relate to. So if there's any single fathers out here or any fathers that need advice or whatever the case might be, definitely put in the comments. I can help you out. If you feel like you having a disconnection with, now we're not therapists, we're not licensed to any none of that stuff, but we can tell you about our experience. We can speak on what we have gone through. As far as um Gianna living with her mom, and the custody battles, and her splitting the time up between myself, grandmom, and mom, and mom being married and going through struggles and seeing what it is to have siblings, they're not from the same guys. Living in a household with what I mean, like just the whole concept of just from child support, from being going through custody to now having full custody of my daughter. Um, and not because her mom is on drugs or anything like that. Uh, Her mom is definitely not on drugs. She's definitely not a harbor person. We definitely have had our struggles and we have had our moments between me and her, but she's not a horrible person. So I think sometimes when you're angry, you do evil things when you're mad, and these are things that we can talk about. We can have conversation about. If like I said, Gianna's gonna branch off and have her own with King, and like maybe if you feel like she they want to ask a question, wherever the case might be. Y'all gonna be doing as well Q&As, right? Like once a week or whenever, like a certain days.
Um, it depends how fast you get 50 subscribers.
Oh, because in order to give y'all gotta have. So yeah, so as soon as she goes as soon as she they go live, we G and I and King gonna make a video of us
Gonna do
three,
a collab.
a collab, and I'm hoping that y'all guys can go on her channel and help her reach her first milestone of getting to 50 subscribers. And by the way, I'm still on a mission myself. I'm still on a huge mission on myself, and that's to continue to get to 500 subscribers. So right now I'm at 159, which I have been extremely thankful for everyone that has subscribed to my videos, that has showed mad love and comment on them. All the great support, all the amazing support I have gotten on YouTube. I never in the million years thought that being able to be open and be vulnerable with people that I don't know will help me get to this point of all the support and all the there's people that send me direct messages, and one day I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna read them out because I think I definitely appreciate it. I think it has been one of those things that is
We'll
uplifting.
keep y'all anonymous though.
If you want to,
Yeah.
yeah, if you want to, but if it's like maybe something personal, we probably won't put your name out there just unless you want us to. And I'll reach out to you personally. You know, some of these subscribers are some of my very first subscribers. I'll definitely reach out to you personally and make sure that it's okay for me to put it out there or not. But like I said, man, I want to say thank everyone. Please help me get to my 500 subscriber goal. Just by and that's free. All you have to do is just subscribe. I
Turn
just
on y'all post notifications too, so y'all know every time my dad posts.
yes, let's go, baby. So yeah, we about to jump off. We got a couple things. I hope y'all enjoy your weekend. I hope y'all getting ready to go out here and do what you're supposed to do. Continue to go chase your goals and dreams. Continue to chase the idea of freedom, not and break away from the idea of grind culture. The idea of grind culture is so BS. Go chase freedom, chase it, and chasing freedom might not feel comfortable, but it's gonna be more rewarding at the very end. So I'll leave you with that. Peace and love, family. To the next one.